and welcome back to Pendragon's Twisted Metals. Tonight we are going to be doing another practice-ish piece and going to be making this shell into a teardrop, probably earring. This is small enough that it'd probably be a good earring. So last week we finished with this piece. It came out pretty good. A little bit more complicated than I wanted it, but that's what happens when you don't use tools because you forgot them. So, of course, this week we are going to be attempting to at least get halfway through this, so I'd like to at least get this cut shaped and at least the back of the bezel cut. So then next week we can do the bezel shape, solder, and fit. So this should be 2 episodes. Potentially 3 if polishing goes somewhere. But, to start, let's get this cut. Now, of course, when you're cutting anything, but especially shells or things like that, definitely always wear masks and in ventilated areas. I actually have all of my fans on and the windows open to make sure that I have my truck as ventilated as possible. Because you don't want to inhale the stuff from these that isn't good. So just safety stuff. Yeah, I have a mask. I wore it, and again I made sure that all this stuff was on when I started cutting, so let's keep going. Alright, well, I think this just about does it. Just because we are running out of time, I know this is going to be a bit of a shorter video, but I'm trying some new things just to try to get these videos out a little more efficiently. So, I've got the 3 parts set up. So, we've got the base, the bezel, and of course, the shell. And all of these go together for the most part. So next week we are going to be soldering this to itself. That's probably going to be using hard solder. But we're going to solder this to itself, file it down so that it's flat, and then get it, when it's soldered to itself, get it as close to this as I can, because right now there's a few gaps underneath and the top's a little wonky, but we're gonna fix that once we get it soldered together, so then we can actually mold it around without it opening. Once we have that all set, we'll file it down so that it's flat, and then solder it to the base, and then file it down so that it's the perfect height to cover this without covering the entire thing. So I think that's what we're going to be doing next week. This one is turning out a lot better than the last one because, like I said, normally for a bezel you would have it keep one piece. It's so much easier to try to solder this to the base than trying to do 4 separate pieces like I did with the last one. And I can still use a bit of this shell if I wanted to. It's a little bit of an awkward cut, but I could use this corner piece up here. That's a pretty nice purple. I could probably file down this and then make it into like another teardrop shape if I wanted to. But we'll see how this project works out, and then we will continue from there. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button and the bell, so then you'll get notified whenever I put out a video. I'm trying to do about 3 videos a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and of course Sunday. If you follow me on my Facebook, then tomorrow I will be doing the first Monday live for my Knitting with Metal. I'm going to be doing that twice a week now. So, I hope that you all liked this episode. I tried to make it a little bit more instructional, a little bit, more tidbits, and a little more explanation, so that if you wanted to, you can actually follow along while doing your own projects. So I hope to see you all next week, and have a wonderful evening.